Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming southwest in the afternoon. Saturday night, mostly clear.
Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. Another update on this potential severe weather episode that we are watching here. We do got some new information for you guys regarding the storm system, new updates from the Storm Prediction Center and all that fun stuff. So we do got a couple of things we do need to go over here for today, my friends. But anyways, before we really dive on into it, I'm going to give a warm welcome to everybody here. We have Crystal, we have Wolf, let's see here, we have ourselves Kimberly, Leo, Roby, Funny. Let's see here, who else is hanging out with us? We got SPC, we have Anonymous, Rob, Tiffany, let's see, Woody. What's up, guys? Hope everyone and everybody else is doing good. So we're going to go and jump on into it. Like I said, we're not going to waste any of y'all's time. So we have a new risk or a new area, new outlook here from the Storm Prediction Center that we did just get here, a little bit ago, here for Tuesday. So like I said, this event's going to be happening Tuesday into Wednesday. So we are talking not 1 but 2 days, or possibly more than 2 days of severe weather. We're continuing to watch, possibly maybe for Thursday. Right now, it's too early to tell what's going to happen for Thursday, so we're just going to leave that out of the question for now. And as it gets closer to Thursday, then we'll talk more about that. But right now, we have specific outlooks here for Tuesday and Wednesday. This is Tuesday's risk, which we have a 15% risk out there for, like I said, severe weather. All the way up, I even think portions of Texas will be included in some of that severe weather potential. There is some instability that is available down there. So Texas, portions here of Oklahoma. We have Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, portions of Kentucky, Tennessee. You guys are at risk here for Tuesday. Now, I think this is going to really start here pretty much late Tuesday. Overall, that's kind of what I'm thinking regarding the system in terms of like timing and all that. Timing, at this point, timing is still a little iffy given the fact that this is still a couple of days away. But I really do believe it's going to be sometime probably pretty late for Tuesday. You guys can see here right as we approach the 27th, 28th. That's whenever that front starts really kicking off there. And like I said before, it's not only severe weather that's going to be a concern on the storm here. It's actually going to be a bit of snow potential too. Models over the last couple of days have actually been talking about a bit of the snowfall working its way up there towards the north out there, maybe towards like the northern plains, upper Midwest maybe. So, could be a little bit of a snow type of situation. Obviously way too early to tell accumulations or anything like that. What's up, Cade? What's up, SLDS? What's up, Sean? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Aiden? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Northeast Ohio? Let's see here. What's up, I already said that. All right. I was about to say Northeast Ohio high again, but what's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. Everybody else I missed, hope you're doing good. Just want to get through all this to see best weather stream right here. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it, man. I honestly, I mean, I wouldn't say all that, but I try my best. Try to help out as much as I can. Try to do the best I can. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Anyways, so yeah, a bit of snowfall could be possible on the storm system here. But yeah, you can really see how that front gets going. Now, obviously, these models are long-range models, so they're low resolution. But you know, as we approach the, you know, a couple days before the event really kicks off, we're going to get a lot more information out there. So let me actually hop you guys over here to the models on this page here. We're going to look at something called Theta E. I'm not going to dive into what that means or anything like that, but it's really going to represent these air masses that are going to really cause a bit of a hiccup coming into Tuesday and Wednesday. So, all right, so look at this. So at this moment, we're talking late Monday, early Tuesday, okay? So this time period that we're in right now on the models, this is late Monday, early Tuesday. So first of all, I want you to pay attention up here. This area I want you to pay attention to. I also want you to pay attention down here. These are the two areas. You know, don't pay attention to any of this, okay? Just pay attention to these two areas, right? So look what happens as we work our way into late Tuesday. So first of all, you see that big push right here? See that line that develops here basically for, you know, once again, late Monday, early Tuesday. That thing's going to be really coming down. So what that is a bunch of cold air. You know, a lot of southeasterlies up here, up in the north. This is bringing down a lot of cold air. You know, definitely is going to allow for some chilly conditions to occur. So, like I said, it's going to be pretty cold for my folks out there in the north. So just, you know, be on the lookout there for that. But the opposite of what I wanted to, or the other area I was telling you guys about, look at this. So we actually have a lot of warm air coming up here from the Gulf and really shooting its way up here into the country. So this is the northerly advection I was talking about. I did make a video earlier, you know, just I kind of threw together a little video with you guys real quickly to give you all the earlier update. But this is the freshest update. This is the new models and all that stuff. So, so you guys can really expect it to warm up quite a bit out there towards a lot of these regions here throughout the, you know, the southeast, a portion like Texas, Louisiana, you know, Mississippi, Alabama, shooting all the way up here into the Ohio Valley. It is going to be, you know, like I said, it is going to be obviously pretty warm ahead of the storm system. But anyways, we track our way down in time and look at that. Y'all see that? So this right here, these are our two air masses. So we have a cold air mass over here, and we have our warm air mass over here. So it is what it sounds like, a bunch of cold air up here, a bunch of warm air down here, and they're clashing right on this line here. This is our cold front. That is where the storms are going to be firing off here. Now, typical cold fronts usually associate, you know, damaging winds and sometimes tornadoes. And in this case, you know, given the wind shear, our lower level jet stream, you know, we're going to be over 50 knots. So I think there's going to be a possibility for some naders on the storm system here. Based off of what I've been seeing here in the trends lately. Also, as you go up towards the mid-levels of the atmosphere, the winds are really moving. I mean, we're talking like 75 knots. That's like about 85 miles an hour. So it's a pretty fast-moving jet stream, I tell you that. So winds are screaming, I tell you that. So the winds are really going to be moving with this storm system here. Now, when it comes to instability and all that stuff, it's, you know, honestly a little too early to be looking at this and really taking it serious, I should say. You know, GFS really shows a capping inversion, which basically what that is just a blanket in the lower atmosphere that's preventing thunderstorms from forming. It's preventing that updraft from really starting. So you have at the surface, your warm air starts to rise and it hits that blanket and it kind of like a wall and it can't really go anywhere. That's what this model is showing right now, but, you know, I will mention that a lot of these models, or a lot of these severe weather events, I mean, this has happened, you know, this has happened for the last, I've seen multiple events like this play out. Wait till these mid-range models, like the NAM and the RAP, and, you know, some of those models come through before we start really looking at instability, but you can see from what GFS shows us, I mean, there will be the potential of some instability or thunderstorm juice working its way all the way even in the portions of Michigan. So that is, yeah, that's a little interesting. That's a little concerning. So, you know, once again, this will be impacting the Ohio Valley as well. So to the folks out there by the Ohio Valley, you know, Michigan, once again, pretty odd time to see severe weather. I mean, obviously we're getting close to March, but It's a little weird. It is a little weird seeing, this type of activity for this time. And usually it slowly works its way up here to these regions, but no, this time it's just like severe weather potential goes all the way up there towards like the Ohio Valley and stuff like that as well. So, like I said, we'll just wait on the mid-range models to talk more about the instability and stuff like that because, it needs a bit of work here, but it's definitely something I do want to point out there. Also, dew points, another thing I want to point out, lower level moisture. So due to that advection we were talking about, that warm air that's, shooting its way up into the country, you can actually see that in your higher dew points, 50, 60 degree dew points. That right there is supportive of severe weather, and you can see how dry or how low those dew points are out in the north. So, yeah, really showing the differences between those two air masses. Your cold front would be somewhere in this area here shooting off. But anyway, so, yeah, we do have enough moisture, especially at the lower levels. Personally, now take this how you want to. This is my opinion solely. I think some of the heaviest impacts here out of this event is probably going to be taking place out there more towards like, Missouri, Arkansas. I think some of these regions here is kind of where the heaviest impacts are going to be. That's my opinion. I mean, that's just where your thermodynamics are the best and your kinematics meet up, the best overall. So that's just where I think that the best probability for severe weather is going to be, but obviously there is going to be places outside of that area I just circled that will likely see some severe activity, but that's just where I am thinking the worst of it's going to be, at least for right now. Like I said, obviously when it comes to it, it's still a little early, but to be exact, but that's just what I think. Let's see here. Alrighty, let me pull up my chat here. I got my phone up this time so I can see it on here and on my right screen, and I can see it down here, so I'll be looking at chat for you guys. Let's see. What's up, Kathy? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Will this be an enhanced or moderate risk? Right now, it's not an enhanced or not a moderate risk. Personally, obviously, we need an enhanced risk before we need a moderate, or before we have a moderate risk. I don't think this is going to be a moderate risk for now. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of inputs to, we really need to work out there first. And like I said, I mean, this is, several days away. So, like I said, it is still a little bit away. And things are going to change, and they will be changing for the next couple of days. I think it enhances theoretically possible if trends continue, but that's if things hold up to what the models are saying right now. So possibility down in time, but right now I'm not gonna put a level on it. What's up, Brenda? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Let's see here. Will Southeast Michigan be included? So like we were talking about, honestly, I do think it's possible, theoretically, that we could get maybe a bit of, storms out in that region there. Here, let me bring this up. So this is supercell composite. Just basically is a quick way of looking at, where your best thermodynamics and your best kinematics are. So basically your instability and your wind shear meet up the best. And, once again, I mean, take this with a grain of salt. It's nothing to seriously, really take too serious here, but, it does work its way up into Michigan. So I think it's possible. I do think it is a possibility out there for sure. Let's see here. Fighting Spirit, dude, thank you so much for the 2. Appreciate it. Saying, let's see. Thanks. Let's see here. For what? Let's see. Hold on. Thanks for what do my friend How's. Hold on. Oh, okay. I was like, wait. Thanks for what you do. I guess you meant you do. Okay, that messed me up for a minute. Let's see here. How's 46808 looking? I'll look that up real quickly since you definitely support us. Greatly appreciate it, man. You definitely didn't have to do that. 46808. Let's see here. This is in Indiana. So let me overlay the risk area. Yeah, because you are right near the edge of it. Let's see here. Let me bring up to day 5. I think we already have day 5. Day 6. Oh, it's doing that thing again, man. Weird. All right, so you're up here in the northeastern side of Indiana. Let me just pull it up over on this page here. Which, I mean, yeah, you're actually right on the edge of that. Obviously, this is not perfect, and, severe weather will, potentially happen outside of this, this 15% region. So I think you are, personally, from what I've seen, I do think that you are going to be in the risk area. I think that severe weather is theoretically possible. This would be happening Tuesday and the Wednesday overall. So, like I said, we'll definitely need to keep an eye out there for that. Anyways, but once again, thank you so much, Fighting Spirit. Appreciate the 2. That really helps me out, helps keep these radar programs up and running. So thanks, man. I appreciate that. All right, let's see here. Gonna get down to the latest comments here. Let's see here. Let's see here. On Wednesday, there's a lot of uncertainty for severe weather, especially for instability. Let's see here. Strong. Let's just keep that in mind. Oh, of course, yeah, Sam. Like I said, I did mention that as well, actually. Like I said, models, the long range models I've noticed, on this, prior to a severe weather event, the long range models are not the best with thermodynamics and regarding to, instability and, CAPE. But, obviously that's what I'm saying. You really need to take this with a grain of salt at this point here. Don't take it too seriously. But, obviously the fact that we do have risk from the SPC, they are saying something, which, it makes sense. Does make sense here. And, we will continue to see this risk area potentially change. I mean, for an example here, so there we go. So that was day 5. That's for Tuesday. As we roll our way into Wednesday here, you can see how that does go to the southeast a bit. That 15% is out of most of Ohio. It's, if you were to draw a line from the one side to the other, I mean, once again, I mean, right now there is no 15% risk in the vicinity of Ohio. They did have one yesterday, but like I said, it seems possible that the severe weather will continue into those regions as well overall. So, it's definitely an area we do need to watch out there for. Absolutely. Let's see, how is Ohio not in the risk? So, like I said, it is. I mean, obviously the 15% risk is equivalent to a slight risk, a severe threat level 2 out of 5. There is another level below that, which would include some other areas. Obviously, there's no graphic for it quite yet, but, given the models and, what they've been saying here and all that, there is going to be enough instability across Ohio to theoretically allow for severe weather to occur. Not to mention strong kinematics. We got really strong wind shear out there in the Ohio region, so it's, definitely going to be a good possibility. Let's see here. You're very welcome, Roby. No problem. Let's see here. Only reason I think this could go enhanced because we're already at a slight risk 5 days out. I mean, that's you can't go off of that alone, Tiffany. I mean, there is such thing as changes in the models, So even though right now we are, we're here for Friday, and this event, is like 5 days away now. I mean, there's a lot that can happen in 5 days. There's a lot of things that can change in 5 days. That really needs to be taken seriously. Or and just because the risk was issued far out does not mean that it's going to be a high end risk. So that has really nothing to do with it. It's just all up to models, in terms of, and observations as well, prior to the event. There's still a lot of ironing out we need to do before we can, really, dive specifically into these areas. Let's see here. Which day is worse, Tuesday or Wednesday? Honestly, like I said, right now, the only thing we should go off of is the percentages, and they are both the same. We're both at 15% risk here for Tuesday and Wednesday. Right now, like I said, it's going to start Tuesday and go into Wednesday, but I'm not going to answer that right now. Once again, it just determines on models and what they show coming up here. All right, let's see here. What's up, Samuel? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to have you here. What's up, Catman? Let's see here. I think when we get shorter range models, the CAPE values will be higher. Longer range models. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I was mentioning there, Gabriel. Like I said, the long range models, like the GFS and all that, they're not the best at instability. They're not the best at CAPE. Last several events here. I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, usually the GFS I'm using right now for an example, usually it shows it pretty capped out like it is showing right now, and it usually shows low end instability. But once those mid range models start kicking in, then things definitely start heating up a bit, which I believe that that's how this is going to play out. I believe, once those mid-range models like I was talking about, like the NAM, the RAP, and, short-range models like HRRR, especially when we get to those points, it'll definitely be more clear regarding the thermos and all that. Let's see here. Do I think that West Central Indiana could see tornadoes? Once again, I mean, you are in the risk area right now. Let's see, I'll hop on back over there. So you are in the risk area here, the 15% risk from the Storm Prediction Center. The main threat for this risk will be, of course, tornadoes and, will be tornadoes and damaging winds, I believe, is going to be the main concerns out of this event here. Now, I'm not going to say that you're going to get a tornado because the odds are extremely low. And it's absolutely nothing to panic over, guys. I mean, honestly, I get it's a little scary. Trust me, I've been there. It is pretty intimidating looking at two big risks here that we have. But, once again, guys, it's nothing to panic over. It's just something we're going to have to take step by step, day by day, until the event gets here. And, of course, whenever the event's happening, I'll be live for you guys to, cover all this. But yeah, no, I mean, it definitely looks, a little intimidating to a lot of you guys, a little concerning, which it is, even from my perspective. This is pretty concerning, okay? I'm not going to lie with y'all. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. It is concerning, but like I said, it's just, just let it be for a few days. Let it just marinate. I always say, let the models marinate. Let them, come to an agreement and all that stuff. Then that. Let's see here. What I think, Western Ohio, if Ohio's going to get the severe weather, which it seems possible, I mean, right now we're not obviously in the 15% risk across Ohio. We were yesterday, but they did move that away. But they are right next to it, though. But even then, like I said, I mean, this is equivalent to a slight risk. There is another risk out there. And plus, you really shouldn't go off of that alone, not to mention, but like the models, what they're saying, I mean, they do have instability, enough energy for thunderstorms to theoretically occur across Ohio, but like we were talking about, instability's never really been the best at long-term models, but it's possible. I mean, really, given the wind shear we have, the kinematics, I mean, look at the lower level shear. This is 850 millibars, about 4,000 feet up. And, we're talking like 50, 60 knots, winds. That's pretty strong winds at those lower elevations. So that will definitely be a bit concerning. So whatever little instability you have, I mean, your wind shear, it's kind of like a teeter-totter type of thing. You can have low instability and high wind shear, and you can get some crazy storms sometimes. And you can have high cape and low wind shear, and, sometimes it can be very messy. And sometimes they could die. So, it's really like it's really like a mixture. There's a certain ratio, kind of, to how much instability and how much shear you have. It's very complex, but I have seen events here with low instability and high wind shear that have played out pretty well. Yeah. Anyways, let's see here. 15% for tornadoes. No, it's just for severe weather in general. That risk area here is not for any breakdowns as of right now. Like I said, the breakdowns come day 2, which day 2 would be tomorrow in this case. So it's still a couple days away. Yeah, day 2 Saturday, tomorrow. So we get that breakdown the day before the event happens. So we'll get that information on Monday of the percentages, at least for Tuesday, and then Wednesday we'll get it. Or Tuesday we'll get it for Wednesday, and so on. So let's see here. See, supercell development is less to occur with high gradients regarding the frontal boundary. Plus, upper level wind shear are very powerful. It seems to indicate linear weir event. Weir. Dude, I can't even talk, man. No, I mean, it will be linear for sure. It will be a QLCS. Like I said, models were, obviously that boundary, those two air masses, whenever. Here, I'll go ahead and show you. Let me show you back over here. But yeah, no, where we have that that intersection, between your warm air mass coming up from the Gulf, all that warm air advecting, and the cold air coming in from the backside. I mean, it will be a linear event more than likely. Yeah. I mean, it will most likely be, like I said, mainly a damaging wind and tornado threat. There will likely be an embedded tornado threat, is what seems probable, but we'll learn more about that when the short range models come out here. Still is a bit of things we don't know about the storm system, and we're going to talk about that whenever we do learn more about them. Then we'll let you know. Let's see here. I hate severe weather in February. February tornadoes are always the strong ones. I disagree. Honestly, I really do. It's not really a matter of the month type of thing. It's a matter of the ingredients you have for a single event. I mean, because you can get strong tornadoes really any month of the year. I mean, it doesn't matter. We've had some strong events in December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. I mean, literally every month there is on record a very strong severe weather event that has occurred, and strong tornadoes. It really doesn't matter like I said, it really does not matter that. Let's see here. Tiffany says there are people out trying to say severe weather outbreak is likely. It is. And the reason we know that is because of, these air masses that are in place. I mean, first of all, we got this really, really cold shot of air coming down here from, the Arctic. And this is bringing a really big thermodynamic gradient here, like I was saying. We have a really big shift in those temperatures. And that itself, can bring a lot of instability and stuff like that. Models are showing a really strong, jet stream, not just across, the lower levels, but also up aloft. I mean, it is once again, there is signs that it is there. I mean, it does seem quite likely. It really does. I mean, there's even meteorologists out there. I mean, I'm just going to say it for a name. Like Reed Timmer, him saying that there's going to be, potential tornado outbreak. Yeah, seems possible. It really does. But, like I said, we just need to take it day by day, and the reason we do know is because, or we do know there is a possibility, is because, all that we have available to us, Let's see here. Rain? What the heck, dude? I did laundry yesterday. Like, what does that have to do with severe weather? Man, oh man. Let's see here. When do you think we'll know the Mo's? I think it meant the most. So obviously, the closer we get to the event, the more we're gonna know. I mean, it'll be that way until we get to the event. Right now there is, like I said, there is a lot of information right now that is leading towards a potential outbreak of severe weather. But there's also a lot of things that we need to fill in the gaps. I mean, there's still a lot of things that we need to also, figure out before we can really say that it's going to happen, per se. Personally, I do think it's possible, and I think it potentially, I mean, I'm getting to the point where it's likely. I do think it is likely at, to some degree. I mean, just considering the kinematics and, like I said, the thermodynamics regarding, the models long range out, they're always showing low. It's going to continue to be that way. It's going to show low instability until the event gets here. And of course, once those mid-range models come through, we get better dynamical views, and we will see a lot more, better information out there. Let's see here. See bad weather thunderstorms west of Mississippi. So the risk area here, let's go and bring y'all back over here to the SPC. So west of Mississippi, they do include Arkansas. Like I said, Arkansas, we do have that 15% risk out there. Also towards Oklahoma. And, as we work away into Wednesday, which is another day here, we do have, like I said, that 15% that does, continue further southeast here, which does include portions like northeast Louisiana, portions of central northern Mississippi, eastern Arkansas, central northern Alabama, even like northern Georgia. A lot of Tennessee, though. Look at this. A lot of Tennessee is included for Wednesday's threat, which is on the 28th here. But yeah. Let's see here. Well, Central Texas gets severe weather. As of now, there is no risks for severe weather in your area. SPC has not highlighted Central Texas because, it doesn't seem quite likely for any crazy severe weather or anything like that going on. But yeah, right now there's nothing. I mean, I will tell you, if we hop over to models, which once again, take this with a grain of salt. Should never take this too serious this far out. I mean, we are still, a couple days away here. I mean, we're over 100 hour, or right at the 100-hour mark, basically. Meanwhile, there is instability. There is a capping inversion in place here, and models are, obviously, showing that. But, GFS, once again, long-range models never are good at looking at CAPE. Never are good at looking at CAPE. So, we'll learn more about that with mid-range, like NAM, and once again, HRRR, short range, and of course RAP. Let's see here. But anyways, so like I said, yeah, that is something we are going to look out there for. Cade says I'm excited. I wouldn't be excited for I mean, obviously, severe weather lovers like me, this is, cool to see, but you should never be excited for, anything, that could cause a bunch of problems, which hopefully it doesn't. Obviously, that wouldn't be the best. Yeah, really one of the most concerning factors out of this here is, like I said, that lower jet for May 50 millibars, about 4,000 foot up roughly. There is a really good probability that we're going to have at least 50 knot lower level jet, northeasterlies, that will be in place across portions of the Midwest. Tennessee Valley and Ohio Valley potentially. Definitely could be pretty strong down there for sure. Definitely will, be a good potential. Also, further aloft, as you go up higher in the atmosphere, that jet stream does become pretty rough. I mean, definitely people who's going to be flying, obviously, not into the severe weather, but around it, you're gonna notice some turbulence that day. That's for sure. Let's see here. This one went from nothing to really concerning me again. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's something that we're going to need to watch for sure. I mean, definitely needs to be, monitored, of course. But, like I said, there's still a lot of information that we still need to figure out before, we really dive into who's exactly going to see what and all that stuff. But, like I said, right now, given the fact that we do have, these risks here from the SPC, they've been talking about this for a while. I mean, there is risk out there for, pretty pretty decent severe weather activity. Like I said, this will be taking place from Tuesday to Wednesday, guys, if y'all are wondering that. And, like I said, it's going to start Tuesday. I'm thinking Tuesday night is really whenever things are going to start to, pop off here across the way, like, Midwest and all that. Let's see here. Anyways. There is no tornado outbreak for central Alabama. I mean, like I said, there's going to be a possibility of some tornadoes on this event, but, tornado outbreak, that we don't know yet. I mean, honestly, at that point. Now, severe weather outbreak, there I wanted to make this clear. There is a difference between a severe weather outbreak and a tornado outbreak. A tornado outbreak consists of, several tornadoes. Severe weather outbreak consists of several severe weather events. Mixing in between large hail damaging winds and tornadoes. I mean, they're two totally different things. While I think a severe weather outbreak is likely, tornado outbreak, on the other hand, we need to wait more, before we can really determine that. But based off of what we know now, I mean, there is some real strong winds, really strong jet stream, from the lower levels and further aloft. So. Let's see here. Not expecting a tornado outbreak. Yeah, I mean, right now, from what I know, I wouldn't say it either. But let's see here. Do I think on Tuesday the marginal risk would go to the thumb of Michigan? Tuesday. I mean, yeah, that's a little too specific. Honestly, like I said, I don't know, but we do know that there is a potential that we could get a couple of strong to potentially severe storms out near Michigan in general. Depends on a lot of factors, how far that northerly advection we have, from the Gulf, how much warm air shoots up, and moisture, low level moisture. There's a lot of things we need to take into consideration until then. Seems like the threat shifted a little bit to the east. It's now been over the place. The system is shown in the models, but again, too early to determine specific. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, I did notice that the 15% risk yesterday. I don't know if you guys remember that. It did really include a portion of Ohio, which I personally think that Ohio still might be in the risk for severe weather. I mean, just given mostly kinematics. Even little instability can really spark off some severe weather potential. Or sorry, strong shear with little instability can do that. But obviously nothing set in stone quite yet, which there is still a few things that will likely change. But once again, on instability terms, guys, like I was saying, with this big pool of instability, I mean, yeah, there is theoretical energy that's going to be available here, or potential energy, which could turn into kinetic energy, with thunderstorms. But like I said, long range models such as the GFS are never really a good. Really never a good thing to base off of quite yet. I really like to look at the instability once we get mid-range models and stuff like that. Like whenever NAM and stuff like that starts coming out, then at that point it's a bit more clear. Obviously, it's a bit more clear at that point. Let's see. Let's check on the ECMWF. Now, obviously, it's good it's bad to look at one model specifically. So that's why we're hopping to a different model here. It's obviously good to compare these, but if you look at it, there is that instability. This one shows ECMWF shows a little bit more instability, but also once again the main thing is that it's showing that big pocket of instability stretching from Gulf Coast to Great Lakes. I mean, so there's going to be the available energy out there. Let's see here. Wouldn't be surprised if the site risks expanded in Ohio. I mean, yeah, I mean, right now, SPC, if they would have thought that was necessary, they would have put that out there. But, given the two risks we have, this does not really go into Ohio very much. I mean, honestly, it gets real close. It skims the western side, in which, given the environment, I still think that Ohio will potentially be in that risk area. Let's see here. Brendan says tomorrow it could show a different outcome. To an extent. Now, it's not going to be totally different, but there is little tweaks that will be made from the models. I mean, it's not going to show a completely different thing. It's not going to just disappear tomorrow. I mean, that in itself, I mean, given the way that the models have been trending this and, how many models we're looking at and how many runs have been showing that, it's not just going to, disappear. There is confidence, but there is, not enough confidence for one specific area. It really changes. Will an enhanced risk, like I said, there's nothing being mentioned of an enhanced risk right now. Personally, like I said, they're theoretically, I mean, if trends continue and if models, obviously, continue to show what they've been showing, at some point, maybe, but, I'm not going to get to that quite yet because it is still a couple days away. Like I said, what we know right now is that we do have two large areas of 15%, which is equivalent to a slight risk, a level 2 threat. So, like I said, I mean, there is some pretty big risk areas here. But, quite to that magnitude, it's too early. Let's see here. Confidence still lower now. Nah, I'd say, for me, confidence is, pretty high in this event here, based off of what we've been seeing here. I mean, you go back here a couple days and the models were still, really showing same idea. Those, it's really those two air mass collisions. Once again, that warm air really coming into the south here with that northerly advection, and of course, that big sharp shot of cold air that's gonna, run up against it perpendicularly, which that instability will be generated from the thermodynamic differential. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, Indiana, Nick, Indiana, a good chunk of Indiana will be at risk here. You can see it for yourself right here for Tuesday. A lot of central and western Indiana right now is at risk. Is at risk for severe weather. Once again, Illinois, big chunk of Illinois. Western Kentucky, a lot of Missouri, Arkansas. Honestly, like I said, this is my opinion. Take this to how you want to. I mean, obviously, you don't have to, take this opinion too seriously, but. This is what I believe. I mean, this is where the models have been showing your richest dew points. Honestly, like down here towards like southern Missouri and Arkansas. At this point too, mixing in your wind shear. I mean, possibly lower level winds of over 50 knots. Now, like I said, one model. Really strong wind shear though across those regions. Strong, decent moisture. Now, obviously instability. A little too early to tell, like I was saying, with all that, but. Whenever it comes to it, I mean, I think that Arkansas could be one of the big areas here. I think personally, but once again, take that how you want to. Let's see here. I mean, those crazy dew points. Nah, they honestly aren't too crazy. Like I said, we're seeing 60s, which is doable, of course. Lower 50s will also work, but. Yeah, we got those dew points stretching the 60s. Once again, grain of salt here, y'all. Take this not too seriously. But yeah, it does affect pretty far up here into portions of the western Ohio Valley. Let's see here. I feel like northern Alabama's going to get smacked. Hopefully not. I mean, this is honestly just crazy to look at here. I'm going to hop over to Theta E. Once again, I'm not going to explain what Theta E is. But, really, I like to show this here to show you really where those two main air masses are. Once again, if we hop over here to this view, you can see how we do have all that northerly advection. Once again, a lot of warm air really cranking its way up here into the country here. Once again, pre-event to you guys, to a lot of y'all folks out there, you're going to notice those temperatures actually getting pretty warm. Let's go and hop over to temperatures. I mean, look at this. So these are the temperatures. This is for basically late Tuesday, kind of late Tuesday. Look at this. Really warm temperatures ahead of that front there. We're going to have quite a warm front type of scenario rolling through. So your low pressure system is going to be, somewhere up here. That low pressure system. We're going to have that cold front swinging down here. And, of course, on that, you're going to have a bit of a warm front activity as well, from all that advection we were talking about. All that moisture working its way from the Gulf here, really moving its way into the country. Once again, it's going to warm things up, of course, but that won't last too long. I hate to tell you all that. It ain't going to last too long, just given the fact that, that cold air coming down from Canada is, like I said, definitely going to be replacing that. But yeah, quite a kick there with that front. I mean, for example, look at this. Now, obviously, once again, take this with a grain of salt, but temperatures maybe lower 70s out there towards Missouri here for Tuesday, according to GFS, and shortly after it gets down to 20s. In less than 12 hours. Yeah, that's really crazy. Or hold on, let's see. Let me redo that. I think I messed up timing there. 21 Zulu. So yeah, less than 12 hours there. Crazy. Let's see here. Patrick says kind of weak looking right now. I mean, instability wise, yeah, of course. I mean, long range are going to do that. No matter what event, usually. I mean, most events that I've seen play off here, long range, I should say, models really underperform the instability until you kick in your mid-range, activity. Then you start to really pull that up. Let's see here. But the winds, yeah, that's been really consistent for the most part. Those wind shear values, about 4,000 feet up, 850 millibar. And mid-level winds here, really strong wind shear. Let's see. Ty says, what about Eastern Michigan? There's possibility, possibility for a couple strong to potentially severe storms, I believe. But, I mean, given both models here, here's GFS showing that instability, and of course over here with the ECMWF, the models do support that instability working its way all the way up here to Michigan, which, yeah, could lead to some strong storms. I mean, given the, once again, the wind shear too at this point. It's forecast 108 here, by the way. Let me hop over back to 108 here. Here's your lower level winds, about at 4,000 feet up, like we were talking about. Whenever it comes to it, wind shear's pretty high. So here we go. Models getting load now. There you go. Yeah, here's your low level jet here, according to Euro. And you can see this area here. I mean, really big chunk. Okay, let me use a different color here. It's a little hard to see. Big chunk here of over 50 knot lower level jet there. According to not just ECMWF, not just the European model, but also GFS, like we were talking about. Both models really do show a really screaming lower level jet there. Once again over 50 knots. It looks like. Let me pull up the. Let's see. That is for. All right. So that's 0 Zulu on the 28th. So let me keep that circled there. 0 Zulu on the 28th. We'll load up the GFS. So yeah, remember that one was showing about 50 knots. It's good to compare these models together. Let's see here. There you go. Oh, yeah, right in there. Same thing. Obviously, positioned a little differently, but is showing the jet stream right around 50 knots or so. So, once again, both models do show that lower level jet being pretty strong. So, that in itself is a little concerning. And there is a bit of, like I said, there is a bit of, what you call it, there is a bit of comparison there overall. Let's see here. But yeah, no, instability though is something that's going to need to be worked out here for the next little bit, y'all. Hold on a minute, y'all. Anyways, so yeah, we'll just have to, definitely keep an eye on that for the next little bit. And once again, like I said, we'll wait really and see with the the mid-range models like NAM and stuff like that, because given this point here, the the NAM model and stuff like that is not quite reached this time frame quite yet. Still a little too early on that, but all we got right now is the long range, and once again, we'll just have to see. Anyways, so we're gonna hop on back here to SPC, y'all. So once again, if y'all are just now joining us here, like I said, we are seeing two big risk here issued by the Storm Prediction Center. We got two 15% risk areas here, including portions out there by eastern Oklahoma, portions of Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, once again Kentucky. Now this is for Tuesday, the 27th. Like I said, a 15% risk area here is a in this case, like I said, it's a level 2 severe weather threat, but it covers a pretty decent amount of ground here. Once again, this is about 171,000 square miles included in just Tuesday's threat, which is about 23 million people almost. You can see down here, almost 23 million people at risk here coming here for Tuesday from the SPC. And of course, we work our way into day 6, which is Wednesday, the 28th here, and a little, pretty decent amount of areas also covered here, about 154,000. Actually, I'm just not noticing day 5 is bigger than day 6 now. Roughly the same size. Let's see here. This event will be interesting. Oh, absolutely. Lisa says 50 knots, miles an hour. 50 knots is about 55, roughly 55 miles an hour, I think. Something around that territory. Knots aren't too far off from miles an hour. What will Michigan be under? So Michigan is in an area that should obviously monitor the situation here. Considering both models, they are showing that that thunderstorm juice or the instability, the CAPE we call it. You can see that there is definitely a bit of a bit of instability that works its way towards Michigan. So, that's given us an idea that some thunderstorms could possibly work its way all the way up here towards Michigan. Now you can't just go off of Cape, and that's why I go off of wind shear as well, which is obviously good to go off of both of them. You can see how as we approach the event here that we do have some pretty strong winds as well across Michigan, which will allow the organization of severe weather to potentially occur. So, like I said, I mean, while the direct threat is unknown for you right now, I think there is going to be the possibility for a few strong to severe storms, at least from what we see now. Let's see here. Hop on back over here. So Southeast Indiana is right on the edge of that 15%, but like I said, you don't have to be in the 15% risk area to experience severe weather. Like I said, you can be outside of that 15% margin, and you could get, a bit of severe thunderstorm activity. So just keep that in mind. That some areas even outside the 15% can experience severe weather. Let's see here. What are we looking for? Central East Georgia. Right now, got nothing on the table for you. We only got Northern Georgia here for Wednesday in the threat. Obviously, we'll continue to watch into Thursday if any risk will be needed, which, at this point, that's too far to tell. But the big days are going to happen Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday probably won't be as crazy, given the fact that, it seems like that instability thins out a bit and all that stuff. Yeah, there's no risk here for Thursday as of now. Let's see. Getting a lot of people from Michigan. Let's see here. How will Michigan be under? So yeah, like I said, unknown the exact risk Michigan will be under. If any risk at all, but there is actually that bit of that 15% that does work its way into Southwest Michigan. I mean, that could change. So, we'll see. Let's see here. What did Reed Timmer say about the event? He was talking about, he thinks there might be a tornado outbreak. Like I said, I ain't going that far by saying tornado outbreak, but I do think a severe weather outbreak is possible. I mean, severe weather outbreak, a collective of large hail damaging winds and tornadoes, a collective of those, rather than just solely tornadoes. But I think it could be possible, that we could get ourselves a severe weather outbreak overall. Let's see here. Can we look at the Canadian model? Sure. Yeah. It's obviously good to look at other models, Pull up GDPS here. I don't know if this one shows the instability. I'm pretty sure it does. We have surface-based CAPE, which that's instability towards ground level, slightly above. But let's see here. Yeah, there you go, 27, 28th. Yeah, this model does show, once again, this is surface CAPE, which is totally different than mixed layer CAPE. Mixed layer CAPE is instability throughout the atmosphere levels, and surface CAPE is low level. Keep freezing? Oh wow, it is probably my Wi-Fi. Yeah, it does that every time I change models, y'all. Sorry about that. Is Springfield, Missouri going to get some thunderstorms? Yeah, no, there is a good potential that Springfield, could be in the risk area. If we hop over here to, the overall risk, you can see that, portions near Joplin and near Springfield. I believe Springfield's included, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Is Springfield included in that risk area? Let me pull this up on my other monitor, y'all. Here, let me restart Radar Omega. Been having a lot of glitches from it from the site here recently. Here, let me bring this over here, y'all. So we're gonna pull up the risk area. That's not the risk. That's warnings. Let's see here. We'll pull up the risk here. Day 5, day 6. Yeah. So you can see it's not overlaying. Maybe it's a data thing. Here, bear with me, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna try to figure this out. Turning this freezing rain so it didn't really show much of anything on the screen. Let's see, day 5. Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up those convective outlooks. It's been glitching like that last couple days. Anyways, but yeah, no, Springfield's right next to it, if not included in the risk. Will Southeast Wisconsin miss out on it? More than likely, yeah. Yeah, Wisconsin probably won't really be in the heavy impact zones out of this event here. What's up, Brandy? Hope you're doing good. See here. Must be my internet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is this still kicking out here? Hold on a minute, y'all. Did it end? Hold on a minute, y'all. Gonna try to look at this real quickly. No, it's still up and running. All right, we're good. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Like I said, Wi-Fi down here is stupid. It gets slow. I just had a little frontal system roll by me. Here, let me show you. This is probably what caused it. I just got this little front that's going through me right now, so that's probably why why the internet messed up there. Let's see here. But anyways. But yeah, so like I said, y'all, yeah, we're just going to have to keep an eye on it for the next little bit. Just given the fact that, once again, got that pretty hefty risk out there from the SPC. And, given the way that the models have been talking for the last little bit, it's a little concerning for sure. I mean, it's definitely something that we're going to need to watch out there for. I mean, just given the, just given the trends lately, with the models regarding the difference of models, the GFS, ECMWF, and all the other models, and how long they've been talking about this here. It's at this point very confident that this event's going to happen here. And like I said, there's you just got to look out there for, like I said, all that instability, like I said, all that warm air, all that moisture-filled air. It's going to really work its way up here into the eastern country, and of course, you get a lot of that cooler air coming down here from Canada. And that intersection point there, that's going to be right where your cold front's at, your low pressure system somewhere up there, and of course, that's going to be a bit concerning. It's going to be pretty warm at first, and of course, then that cold front's going to really kick off there and get those severe storm potentially going. And on top of that, those winds are going to be pretty strong. So let's see here. Cade, all right, I'll do a zip code here and there. Like I said, we're not going to spend the whole live stream on zip codes this time, but I'll do a couple here and there for y'all. Not going to spend as much time on yesterday. Cade, let's see, 47235. Indiana, yeah. So, yeah, you're right on the edge of that risk area. Once again, my program's been acting up here, so I can't pull it up right now. Let me restart it, maybe. Ford needs better internet. It does. It's been pretty bad lately, dude. It's been ever since I moved here. It's glitched out. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why this has been a little weird here. But anyways, yeah, for that area out there in Tennessee, or sorry, Indiana, like I said, you are definitely in a region where we do need to, just keep an eye out there for it. I mean, you're right on the edge of it, but like I said, you don't have to be, you could be right on the edge of that 15%. There could still be severe weather nearby. That 15% risk area is never going to be perfect. Wolf Gamer, thank you so much for being a tropical stormer for 6 months, half a year. Appreciate that, Wolf Gamer. Thank you so much. Appreciate it very, very much. Here, we'll pull up the temperatures here. Load up this.
At Fort Smith, it was clear with a temperature of
See, what's up, school bus? Hope you're doing good, man.
and in Fayetteville, it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 61.
Okay, we're going to load this up here. And,
East Oklahoma,
all right, so yeah, there you go. You can really see that big push there.
between 63
With all that warm air that's going to be available. I mean, we're talking
forecast for the Tulsa
60s, 70s, I mean, maybe even 80s.
tonight, clear. Lows in the upper 30s.
Let's see here.
10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny.
Well, it's not my computer that needs it. It's just the Wi-Fi connection is terrible. I already have a good computer.
In the afternoon. Saturday night, mostly clear.
Let's see here.
Lows in the lower 50s.
It's supposed to be beautiful this weekend. Yeah, no, it's gonna be pretty warm. Like I said, ahead of this system here, y'all. Really from Monday, you're gonna notice how it's gonna be pretty warm.
Upper 70s.
You know, Monday is gonna be
5 to 10 miles per hour.
pretty warm out there.
Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows
See here.
in the upper 40s.
Yeah,
South
it's
winds
got.
around 5 miles
It's
per
weird.
hour.
Why are we on 850 millibar temperatures?
Highs in the lower 80s. Monday
Oh,
night,
I'm on 8. What is? Why did that change? Anyways, yeah. So you can really see how it's gonna be pretty warm out there.
mid-80s.
You know, once again, maybe 70s, 80s out there for portions of Monday and Tuesday.
Breezy and much colder with lows around 30.
But once again, that's not going to last too long, and then those winter temperatures is
Cooler with highs
going to come back in here, unfortunately.
Friday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-30s. Thursday, partly sunny.
But once again, instability-wise, guys, regarding the available energy and stuff like that is available to for this event here is like I said, should be taken lightly with a grain of salt right now, because once again, long-range models are never really good with that.
Lows around 40. Chance of
Let's see here.
Friday, sunny. Highs around 60.
Not wife.
No significant
That's funny.
precipitation was detected in eastern Oklahoma or northwest Arkansas. The Tulsa area
Wi-Fi, not wife. That's pretty funny.
Temperatures 52 to 63 degrees with west.
See here.
5 to 10 miles per hour.
Now, once again, y'all, regarding the timing out of the event here, it's still definitely too early for that. We still need to determine on exactly where this is going to start.
West and west central.
Like I said, personally, it's going to probably it has a great chance of starting late Tuesday, I'm thinking. Tuesday into Wednesday. It's going to continue from Tuesday. It's going to start Tuesday and go into Wednesday here, like we were talking about. So we'll keep an eye out there for it.
Discussion. Northwest
Once again, we get the 15% risk here for Tuesday, the 27th. Like I said, this does include areas out there by, obviously Oklahoma, portions of Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and portions of Kentucky. Remember, this is Tuesday. This is Tuesday's threat here. This is, once again, a 15% risk right now, which is equivalent to a slight risk level 2 threat. So, we'll just definitely have to keep an eye out there for that.
Saturday. High wind potential.
Definitely have to keep an eye out there for that. Just for
High wind potential.
next couple of days while the event becomes more clear. Because like I said, given what we got right now, there still is a lot of things that could change here. And like I said, when it comes to it, as we continue into Wednesday, the 28th here, we do have ourselves that risk that does move its way further southeast here towards portions like Kentucky, obviously, Tennessee, northern Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, portions of Louisiana, Arkansas, those regions out there, we'll be at risk here for Wednesday. So, got to keep it out there for that. But yeah, like I said, those 2 days we really just got to be on the lookout there for. Once again, this is the 27th and 28th, guys. So, prepare accordingly. Like I said, just keep severe weather in the back of your head, and just know that a lot of things can change, until we get to the event here. But for what we know right now, like I said, according to the models what we were looking at there for, and also the convective outlooks here. In the fact that we already do have ourselves a pretty decent risk out there, so we'll have to just continue monitoring that. Anyways, how Hold on a minute. I need to clean these glasses. Ignore my dirty, or not dirty, but covered desk behind me, guys. I'm working on a project. So, it's a little dirty right now. Or messy. That's a better word. Yeah, it's a little messy right now. But, yeah, just bear with me here for now. Let's see here. Have we ever had a 30% on day 4 through day 8? Yeah. Yeah. It's happened before. Many times. Alright, let's see here. We're going to hop on back here. But yeah, really in my opinion, at this point here, really the most concerning thing that I've been looking at from the models here is that wind shear. I mean, you know, both the Euro, the ECMWF, and the GFS model, they both do show, you know, some pretty strong winds. Yeah, pretty strong winds at the, you know, not just lower levels, but also mid levels as well. You know, it's definitely pretty windy across those elevations. And you know, once again, Cape wise models. GFS specifically I've noticed really doesn't do the best of job when forecasting those the potential energy ahead of the event here. But you know, both models do show that instability potentially working its way up here towards Michigan, which you can see here. Pop up the might lag a little bit, guys. FYI. But regarding the the instability that's available, you can see how that works its way all the way from, you know, Texas going all the way up here into Michigan. So, you know, from the Gulf Coast to the Great Lakes there, you know, possibly could be enough instability. What's up, James? Hope you're doing good, man. My mom's bringing me pizza tomorrow. Nice. Always a good thing. Hope you enjoy it. Appreciate it. Let's see here. 25 days until spring. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Sure, a lot of you guys are as well, huh? Ready for that spring. But of course, with change in spring here, you get more events like these, unfortunately. That is unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, look at this, guys. Yeah, it's pretty neat how these systems work. You know, like I said, the dynamics of what's going on here is, you know, warm and... Here, let's use a different color here. Let's use yellow. Blue. So... Not black. I'm so indecisive with the color right now. So, like I said, we got a lot of warm and moisture-filled air, you know, just driving its way into the country here. You know, this is going to be doing a couple of things here. First of all, it's going to be warming up the temperatures outside. It's going to make it pretty warm for you guys, mostly, you know, pretty much starting Monday, going through Tuesday and Wednesday. So, you know, a lot of warm air is going to come in front of this, you know, cold front here, in front, or the prefrontal, or head of the front, I should say. And of course, that cold air is going to be really screaming down here, and pushing against here. So, like I said, your cold front is going to be right here. And, you know, that's where initiation is, like, going to start. But, you know, like I said, we're talking, it looks like, it looks like a late Tuesday start to this severe weather. That's what I believe. But we'll see. Let's see here. It'll be here before you know it. Yeah. Yeah, it will. Wouldn't be surprised if an enhanced gets issued tomorrow. Yeah, honestly, given the, you know, still the things we need to work out, that would be a little surprising. You know, like I said, at this point, I don't see a need for an upgrade, honestly. I mean, I think the 15% risk that we have right now from the SPC is, you know, good. You know, just giving us, you know, an area of where we need to look out there for. I think that's good for now. But obviously, as we get closer to the event and we get more information from mid-range models and short-range models, of course, you know, we'll gather more information on it.
extended outlook for the
What's the weather for 45334?
high wind potential.
4, 5.
Very high fire weather potential.
I'm not all doing zip codes, by the way, y'all. Just gonna every once in a while grab one. Yeah, so this area needs to watch out for maybe some storms here coming up. Probably Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, main event time here. Models do show enough instability out there in those regions there. Potentially enough energy for, some storms to occur. It certainly looks possible. It certainly looks possible here. So, could be some storms out your way. Just don't be surprised if Tuesday and Wednesday could spark off some storms nearby.
Storms will occur Tuesday evening into Tuesday night as a cold front moves through.
All right, sounds good, Caden.
Some of the storms could be strong to severe across southeast Oklahoma into western Arkansas.
Let's see here.
Weather.gov/Tulsa contains
But yeah, so, like I said, we'll just have to
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
take this with a grain of salt here. Once again on the, let's see, bring up the GFS here again. Yeah, the GFS does show a real big capping inversion, but, given the fact of, lift from that cold front there, I think that should really help pierce through the atmosphere. And also, like I said, these models, long range, are, really not good.
No precipitation fell today.
Like I said, really, really not good out there. Regarding the Cape, like I said, really not good this far out. GFS never really been good at that.
At 6:12 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 7:01 a.m.
Anyways,
The current time is 7:10 p.m. Central Standard Time.
it's a work in progress. Of course it is, yeah. And it's going to be that way for, a couple days now. It's going to,
Cloudy, the temperature was
it's take a bit for everything to be ironed out here, probably, a couple days or so. I mean, because, we are talking, like I said, we are talking Tuesday and Wednesday, of course, and of course it's the end of Friday right now. It's Friday night. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some changes, and things are going to be changing a bit, y'all. So just know that. Even with the convective outlooks we have, we'll hop back over to those. I mean, even with those risks for day 5, 27th, and day 6th and 28th, so Tuesday, Wednesday, those areas in the 15% risk are probably going to change a bit. Because yesterday, remember, if you guys were here yesterday in the update, portions of Ohio was included inside of that 15% risk, and they got discontinued. They're no longer in that risk area. So, but even then, personally, the models still seem like they are. Models still do seem like they are showing the possibility here for still a bit of strong to potentially severe storm activity in Ohio. So I don't think that's completely gone. I just don't think the 15% risk is needed for those areas right now, and that's obviously what the SPC thought as well, given the fact that they threw away that 15% risk for Ohio. But, there definitely, I think there definitely will be, potential for it. Once again, strong winds, strong shear out there. See here. I mean, yeah, not just lower level winds here too, but also like mid level winds. Like 20,000 feet up in the air or so, 500 millibars. Really strong jet. Really strong jet out there. Well over 50 knots across lower and mid levels. So the winds ain't the concern. The wind shear is not the concern. That's, like I said, the wind shear is going to be in place there, pretty strong. And also on the dew points, like I was saying here, regarding the low-level moisture we have available with the storm system here, it's 60s, lower 50s up in the Ohio Valley, which theoretically could still fire off some storms, of course. But the Goldilocks zone is really in the 60s, which like I said, what leads me to believe I think a lot of this area here is going to be in the heaviest of threats. Take that how you want to take it. Once again, like I said, this is my opinion here, and you don't have to take that too seriously. But, Based off of everything that I've been seeing over the last couple of days, it really seems like, like central southern Illinois, really mostly I'd say eastern Arkansas and southeastern Missouri and portions like western Tennessee could be at really decent risk. Um, Probably happening here for, what's the rough estimate, probably sometime morning Wednesday. And there is a possibility this could be a nocturnal event here too, I think. Rocky fan says, "Is this a possible tornado outbreak?" No, I'm not going to say it's a possible tornado outbreak. I think it's a possible severe weather outbreak. The big collage of damaging winds, hail, and tornadoes. I think that we could have an outbreak of those altogether. But tornado outbreak. Honestly, while tornadoes are one of the main concerns out of this event here, I don't think that it's going to be a tornado outbreak from what I see right now. But who knows? Models could turn for the worst, or could really amplify the storm. We'll see. I mean, still got some days to change, either in favor or out of favor. All right, guys. I tell you what, we're going to take a small break here, y'all. I'm not going to end here, but I am going to take a small break here with you guys. I do want to be live a little bit longer with you guys here, so just give me like 5 minutes, and we will return. I'll leave you guys with the weather radio and all that stuff. So we'll be back here in 5 minutes, guys. Y'all take care, and we'll see y'all in a moment. Grab a snack, grab something to eat, and we'll be back here soon. All right, guys. Catch y'all in a few.
With winds expected to increase from the southwest this weekend into early next week, fire weather concerns will continue to increase. The next chance of thunderstorms will occur Tuesday evening into Tuesday night as a cold front moves through the region. Some of the storms could be strong to severe across southeast Oklahoma into western Arkansas. Weather.gov/Tulsa contains additional information. The Tulsa, Oklahoma climate summary for this evening as of 4 p.m., February 23rd, 2024. Today's high temperature was 70 degrees. The normal high is 56. The record high is 86 degrees, which was set in 2017. Today's low temperature was 41 degrees. The normal low is 34. The record low is 10 degrees, which was set in 1910. No precipitation fell today, which leaves the monthly total at 1.14 inches. This is 0.14 inches below the normal amount of 1.28 inches for February. Sunset tonight is at 6:12 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 7:01 a.m. The current time is 7:17 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 7 p.m. at the Tulsa International Airport, it was partly cloudy. The temperature was 59, dew point 29, relative humidity 31%. The wind was west at 8. The pressure was 29.97 inches and steady. Around Oklahoma this hour. In Oklahoma City, it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 59. In Bartlesville, it was clear with a temperature of 59. At McAllister, it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 61. In Ponca City, it was clear with a temperature of 58. At the Sand Springs Airport, it was clear with a temperature of 62. At the Tulsa Riverside Airport, it was clear with a temperature of 57. In Tahlequah, it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 55. In Muskogee, it was clear with a temperature of 58. Around the region, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 65. In Kansas City, it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 55. In Joplin, it was clear with a temperature of 57. At Springfield, it was mostly cloudy with a temperature of 56. In Wichita, it was clear with a temperature of 54. At Fort Smith, it was clear with a temperature of 60. And in Fayetteville, it was mostly cloudy with a temperature of 60. Once again, in northeast Oklahoma, Skies ranged from clear to partly cloudy, and temperatures were between 57 and 59 degrees. The forecast for the Tulsa area, including much of northeast Oklahoma. Tonight, clear. Lows in the upper 30s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny. Highs around 70. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming southwest in the afternoon. Saturday night, mostly clear. Not as cool with lows in the lower 50s. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 40s. South winds around 5 miles per hour. Monday, sunny. Highs in the lower 80s. Monday night, partly cloudy. Not as cool with lows in the lower 60s. Tuesday, partly sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Breezy and much colder with lows around 30. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Much cooler with highs in the mid-50s. Wednesday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-30s. Thursday, partly sunny. A chance of rain showers, mainly in the morning. Highs in the upper 50s. Chance of rain 30%. Thursday night, partly cloudy. A slight chance of showers in the evening.
Alrighty, guys. We are back here. Let's go ahead and hop on back on into it, y'all. Once again, hope you guys are doing good. If you're just now joining it, there's a mosquito on my... Got him. There's a mosquito on my monitor. Typical Florida moment. Anyways, y'all. Hope y'all are doing good. Glad to have y'all here. So, like I said, we are paying attention here to not 1 but 2 days of severe weather. Once again, Tuesday, Wednesday, those are the days we need to look out there for. Okay, SPC has issued a 15% risk here for severe weather across portions here, starting in eastern Oklahoma, including portions here of like Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Michigan included here, and the potential for severe weather. Now, right now, the main concern here, like I said, there's definitely some really strong vertical shear and strong forcing. So that cold front we were talking about is going to have some really strong lift on it, which is going to really allow for some really strong updrafts, which leads me to believe, I mean, given the fact that we're going to have a pretty cold mid-level too, it's going to, I think, really going to allow for some hail growth the more I think about it. Yeah, hail growth will probably be a really big concern too. Really all hazards, I think, is going to be kind of an issue here. But yeah, tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, really all the fun stuff, I think, could be a potential concern here for Tuesday. Once again, Tuesday and Wednesday, both the days. So we'll definitely need to be on the lookout there for that over the next several days. So just once again, heads up to you guys. And here's Wednesday's threat, which goes over here towards portions like Arkansas still, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky. All these areas here is going to be at risk as well. So keep an eye on it. Misty says, do I think that, let's see, I can't even see that because, hold on, Misty's thing is covered by that stupid heart. Why did they add that little spammy emoji thing? It's pretty dumb. But Missouri, so portions of Missouri will possibly get hit pretty good. If you live out there, really towards like these portions of Missouri, most of Missouri will be at risk here for severe weather starting on Tuesday. Tuesday will be the day that it starts. More specifically, the central southern side here. I think we'll definitely be at a pretty decent risk here. Now, once again, like I said, the probabilities here of severe weather is not quite available yet, given the exact percentages for tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds. It's not quite known yet, but we'll see. What's my opinion on Central Indiana? I know it's a bit early to tell. Well, obviously, what I think you do have a decent shot for severe weather. I mean, also the SPC agrees on it as well, given the fact that they did issue a 15% risk for severe weather for you Tuesday. I do think that, damaging winds, we'll see about tornadoes. I mean, your dew points are pretty low up there. Moisture is not the greatest. I think the tornado threat might be a little more to the south, personally, more towards Missouri and Illinois and Arkansas mostly. But that could change, obviously, as you said. But yeah, I do think so. Let's see here. I'm in Nashville, most likely expected. So Nashville, obviously, we work our way into Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be mostly the threat for Nashville. Damaging winds, tornadoes, possibly hail too. We'll have to see how that plays out. They could be a possibility, so keep an eye out there for it, my friend. And like I said, we'll definitely keep y'all updated and all that fun stuff. Like I said, once again, it looks like it could be a pretty decent event overall. Just given the fact that the models have been, really talking about this for the last couple of days. There's no enhanced risk yet, and it's too early to issue an enhanced risk, I think. I don't even know if we're going to get an enhanced risk, honestly. We'll see. It's certainly a possibility. Certainly a possibility we could get an enhanced risk. But, this time now, it's too early to be issuing those, considering that, models are still having a hard time kind of agreeing on this overall. So we still got a lot of things we do need to work out here with the models and all before we can consider upgrading the risk. We need to figure out, with more confidence where that risk is going to be. Okay. But I'm not saying there's not going to be an enhanced risk. I just said, there's no need for one right now. Let's see. Misty said I moved from California. Oh, wow. Gotcha. Well, Misty, yeah, definitely a different type of weather. I tell you that. Like I said, Misty, we'll keep you updated on this. Like I said, I'll be updating you guys over the next several days here on the storm system because it's gonna need to be watched. It's definitely gonna need to be watched. Because it's quite a storm system. Quite a storm system, it looks like. Models, once again, for the last several days have been talking about it. It's not new information. It's, models have been talking about this for a couple days now. So, is there a cap in place? So here's the thing. So, GFS shows a pretty big cap in place. If you don't know what that is, guys, it's a temperature inversion. If you don't know what that is, think of it as a warm blanket across the lower atmosphere. It basically holds back any thunderstorms trying to develop. So, according to GFS, there is a big cap. But let me tell you something. GFS is never a good model to look at thermodynamic-wise or instability-wise. Cape-wise, I forgot to change over here. It really never is a good model to look at regarding instability and all that stuff. Once we approach closer to the event, like the mid-range, like NAM, we'll have a better understanding of how much potential energy we'll have in the atmosphere. But also, another thing I want to add on to that here is, the vertical wind shear. So basically wind, vertical movement of air. Is going to be very strong out of this cold front, considering that gradient, the thermodynamic gradient we have. Because what's happening here is, let me show you. We got ourselves a really strong cold front here. A lot of cold air. Really, really coming in hot. So a lot of cold air really screaming to the southeast here, and of course, we got a lot of warm air coming up here from the Gulf, perpendicular to that cold air. So that collision point there, that's going to be your cold front, which is going to be riding right around in here. And, we're going to have a lot of strong updrafts on this storm here. A lot of very strong vertical velocities, which will, I think, will easily break through any cap if there is any. It will definitely help it anyways. It will help break through the cap. But once again, like I said, CAPE, I should say. I keep on saying thermodynamics. That's the temperature. That's just temperatures as a whole. The interaction. But more specifically, the CAPE, or the available potential energy. Keep that in mind. Potential energy. It's energy that could be available. If it turns into kinetic energy, it means that there's motion. Means it's actually existent. But right now, it's all potential energy, given the fact that we're still pre-event. So, like I said, you know, with all that going on, you know, with all that going on there, you know, there definitely will be a lot of forcing, a lot of strong vertical velocities, you know, from this front here that's going to be rolling through, and which, you know, if there is a small cap, I think could easily break through. But yeah, well, bottom line, we'll just know more about that whenever the mid-range models get closer. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. A couple zip codes I see coming through. Okay, we'll do one or two of them. Like I said, we're not gonna spend the whole stream today on the zip codes. We'll do a couple of them here and there though. Let's see, 43457, 43457, Ohio. Yeah, so there's no specific risk right now for Ohio, but like I said, you know, we'll keep an eye out there for it. Definitely keep an eye out there for it here overall. As you know, like I said, I think the risk will be included for portions of Ohio, but that's, you know, there's no risk from the SPC right now for you guys, but, you know, given how much instability could be available, how much potential energy, or, sorry, the agreement on the potential energy in strong wind shear, even low amounts of instability could really kick off into some severe weather activity. So I think Ohio could be included in that overall. But right now, SPC does not have a risk area for you. Let's see here. Raven, 57108. 57108. Let's see, South Dakota. Yeah, so the good news is for you, you're not going to see the severe weather side, which is great, but you're going to feel those temperatures. I'll tell you what. So here's the thing. So coming into Monday, it's going to be pretty warm. You know, we're going to get pretty warm up there for Monday for you know, for a lot of the central country. I mean, really getting pretty warm. But you're definitely going to feel that cold air come down here. You see that big blast of cold air that comes through, and you know that warm advecting air here. You know, really all that warm air that's just screaming ahead of the front. And all that cold air that's going to be backing, once again, perpendicular to that line, you know, that is going to be, you know, pretty cold for you, you know, being up north there. So, yeah, you really don't got to worry about any severe weather, I don't think. The threat kind of really starts more to the east of you. Lucy, let's see, thanks for all you do, no problem. See, 63020. See here. 63020. Missouri. Gotcha. Yeah, St. Louis is included in the risk here, my friend. Let me try to bring it up here. Once again, my program's broken. Okay. Doesn't want to load any of these things here. Let's see here. Yeah, I think for some reason my software is broken. Radar Omega's having issues for me. It's been doing that the last couple days. Anyways, but yeah, this region is at risk here, by the way. So Tuesday, Wednesday, keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Steele says, do I think where I am will be a slight risk? Where were you? Were you in Ohio? The one in Ohio? Sorry, I have a terrible I'm terrible at remembering. I don't see any evidence for it right now, and the fact that things can change so quickly, I'm not going to answer that. I mean, there's really no way to tell right now, honestly. If I'm being quite honest with you. MassVR 44060. Yeah, same thing, Ohio. This is actually out there by Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland, honestly, if Ohio is going to get severe weather, more than likely it's going to be relatively to the west. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible for these areas in the east to get severe weather, but I think it's going to be more of a west concern. A bit more to the west, I think. So we'll just have to see how that plays through. I mean, just given the models, there is enough instability, enough energy for severe weather. And, you know, that cold front's definitely going to do a toll on you guys. I mean, look at this. The temperatures are in the 60s ahead of the front here. And in the front, on the backside it really cools down. So yeah, quite a system, man. I'll tell you. Let's see here. Asher, can you give me a zip code for that? Thank you. ADHD wants me to take a look here. It's 41045. Kentucky, yeah. So Kentucky, there is places. Okay, so I don't think you're in the risk area. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on a minute. No, you might be actually. I forgot they included that portion. Oh, you're right on the line. So I don't think you're in the risk, but like I said, I mean, you don't have to be specifically on the risk to not see severe weather. So even outside of that 15%, there is still a potential for severe weather in some areas. I think possibly. So if I were you, I would keep an eye on it because I do think that severe weather is possible. Matthew, 36319. 36319. Alabama. Yeah. So Alabama is in the risk. You're southeast Alabama. I don't think, yeah. So right now you can see that the 15 does not go into your region. They don't have you in a risk as of now, but that could change. That could definitely change. Once again, this is still an evolving event, and there is still things that's going to be worked out over the next several days with the models. So for right now, you're not. But, you know, that once again, that could change. We'll see. Okay? I'll keep you updated on that. Let's see here. Asher, see 37690. 7690. Tennessee. Gotcha. Eastern Tennessee. Yeah, so same thing for this area. Why it's theoretically possible that some severe weather could occur. I mean, once again, there's possibly going to be a bit of severe weather happening outside of the 15% risk area. I mean, that's, you know, it's never perfect, of course. It's possible. Yeah, severe weather would be possible. Probably Wednesday, maybe Thursday. That'd be right around the timing. I think that some of that storm activity could roll through. Let me be a little more precise. And a cold front passes you. Okay. No, actually, that would be more of a Wednesday type of thing here. Cold front passes you kind of afternoon Wednesday. That would be the time of severe weather. Let's see here. Fan wants me to take a look here at 44240. Okay. Ohio. Yeah. So Ohio in general, like I was saying, you know, there's no specific risk from the SPC right now, but you know, given kinematics and you know, potential instability, or CAPE we call it. That's the eastern side we looked at. Gotcha. Yeah, so, you know, like I said, a lot of Tennessee will be at risk here for severe weather. Once again, we do have that risk there for Wednesday, as you can see. So we already have that. Fan, I already did your zip code, dude. No need to spam or post it over and over again. Just listen up and you'll hear me call your zip code, okay? And I need to post that. Anyways, let's see here. What's up? Is it Bree? Bry? I'm sorry. My names are terrible. I can't read. Well, why did I join here? Why did I click on that? There we go. So, did I already go over Hot Springs, Arkansas? Let's see, 71913. 1913. Oh, yeah, so our Hot Springs is towards the central side. Yeah, so you are at risk, my friend, Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, so there you go, Tuesday. Hot Springs, Arkansas is included on Tuesday's risk, so definitely need to be weather aware across that area. Okay, so once again, Tuesday it will be occurring. Personally, like I said, I think Arkansas will probably be one of the most heaviest impacted states. In my opinion, like I said, it's my opinion. Between Missouri and Arkansas, I think those are some of the heaviest areas I think that potentially could be impacted. But yeah. Misty, let's see, 63664, gotcha. 634, sorry. Yeah, so Missouri, yeah, this area as well, south, considered southeast Missouri, I'd say, east central, southeastern Missouri. Yeah, so this also goes for you as well. Tuesday, you can see that you're in the yellow, which is the 15% risk area for severe weather. All right, can someone time out Minion? He posted his zip code like 20 times, and I've already told him that I already went over zip code. So I'm saying, dude, listen up, guys. If I say your zip code, you know, like I said, I've already done your zip code, dude, and I told you that I already did your zip code once, and you continue to post it. So I said, listen up, man. If you're going to post your zip code, you want to listen. Common sense. Anyways. Not trying to be rude, but it just gets a little obnoxious. A little bit obnoxious. All right, let's see here. Keep it out. Thank you. No problem. No problem. Will Michigan get hit? So Michigan has potential. Like I said, there is a bit of instability that could work its way up here towards Michigan. Let me bring y'all over here. So here's Euro. This is the European model, ECMWF, regarding mixed layer CAPE, so basically instability throughout the atmosphere. And you can see portions of Michigan will have some instability available for potential severe weather. Given wind shear, so basically winds across the atmosphere at different elevations here, for right around that time period, which is right around 0 Zulu, you can see that there will be some wind shear available, which could help organize those storm structures and separate your updrafts from your downdrafts, which will prevent them from immediately occluding itself, which wouldn't be very good. But yeah. See, Angela, 37032. 37032. See, Tennessee. Yeah, so this area also is going to be at risk. This is also by the Nashville area. Relatively close to Nashville. Is that even Nashville? That might be near Nashville. Anyways, but yeah, you can see that cold front. Very obvious where the cold front's at here, y'all. I mean, seriously. Where's that cold front at? It's hard to tell. Where's the cold front at? Anyways, but yeah, no. Yeah, you're at risk, my friend. Once again, SPC has you in a 15% risk for severe weather, which, like I said, is equivalent to a level 2 severe weather threat as of now. No need for upgrades considering there still is a lot of uncertainty, but at some point that could become necessary. But as of now, it's not necessary. Let's see here. Angela, let's see, 37032. Did I just do that one? I'm pretty dumb. 3703. Yes. Yeah, I just did that one. Okay. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Katz wants me to take a look here at 37809. 37809. Tennessee. Gotcha. There's a lot of people from this side here. A lot of people from eastern Tennessee today, I've noticed. So the 15% risk cuts off somewhere in this region. You're just outside of it. But like I said, even near the 15% risk could still potentially warrant the possibility for some strong to potentially severe storms. So I think it's certainly a possibility. Given the environment and all that stuff, I think it's possible you could have some strong to severe storm activity. Just given the amount of lift and the dynamical forcing we have here from the system here is pretty strong. And we can really see that with the gradient of the temperatures at the surface. I mean, just how strong this cold front is. Going from 60s and 70s to 30s in the matter of, several hours. Yeah, we go from 72 at 1 p.m. to 40 at 7 p.m. So quite the cool down, man. Quite the cool down. You're going to notice a really sharp difference. Let's see, 37849. 37849. 37849. Let's see, Tennessee. Really? It's the same area. Man, yeah. So yeah, once again, Eastern Tennessee I think could be at risk. Let's see here, Kayla. 46176 will be more Tuesday or Wednesday for both Central Indiana. Central Indiana is more for Tuesday. Yeah, more of a late Tuesday event for you, my friend. It's gonna be more of a late Tuesday. Wednesday is gonna be more for like more of the southeastern United States and portions like Kentucky and Tennessee. Let's see here. Misty says thank you so much. No problem. Kat says thank you. You're very welcome. Army Vet wants me to take a look here at 40111. Very easy zip code to remember. 40111. Kentucky. Gotcha. I used to live not far from this area, actually. A little more to the northeast, above Louisville. But for you, my friend, yes, you are at risk, I believe. You see right here between Tuesday and Wednesday, you're at risk. You're in between the 2 risk days. So, but yeah, no, you are in the 15% risk area. So heads up to you, my friend. Like I said, once again, guys, the mode of the severe weather here that we're seeing seems to be most likely. It seems to be most likely damaging winds and tornadoes on there. Army Vet says, thank you, brother. No problem. Samuel, let's see, Tennessee. So I can tell you, I'm going to stop right there, Samuel. Anywhere in Tennessee, I think, has potential for severe weather. Given the exact probabilities, 15% as of now from SPC standards, except for the extreme eastern side. But, I think that there will still be possibility for severe weather out here as well. But that could change. And given the fact that we are still, like 5 days away, there's a lot of things that could change here. So keep that in mind, my friend. Keep that in mind. But anyways, yeah, so that's just kind of, the gist of things. And let's see, once again, here's Supercell Composite. Take this with a grain of salt. It's nothing really. It's basically a quick way of looking at things like instability and wind shear. Kinematics, the fancy term. Movement vectors and all that stuff. So in this case, wind direction is our movement vector here. And, just basically takes in consideration, mostly wind shear, just potentials for supercell conditions. Let's see here. What about Midwest City, Oklahoma? Larry, do you have a zip code for that, man? It's so much easier for me to pull up zip codes. I might be able to look it up, actually. Let's see. Instead of making sure I spell it right and then make sure I hit the right one, if I just type a zip code, it's immediately popping up. But I got you, man. No need for a zip code. Wow, that's like literally near OKC. As of now, no, there's no risk for you, but they do have a risk for Oklahoma. That's on the eastern side, just shy to the east of Tulsa, including that risk. So, as of now, you're not at risk. You're not at risk for severe weather as of right now. So you are good to go. 73110. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. I just say that so that everybody else, does their zip codes, because it's so much easier for me if you guys just use zip codes, because, it becomes a pain if everyone uses town names and I can't get to them. So, Wolfgamer 30265, gotcha. 30265. Hope you're doing good, Wolfgamer. Haven't seen you here in a hot minute. Obviously, thank you earlier for the continuation of a membership. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Okay, so for you, my friend, western side of Georgia. Let's see here. So, where was I getting with that? So, yeah, you're right on the edge of that 15%. But like I said, even to a slight risk, level 2. There is still that level 1 to go through somewhere. So, once again, they're not perfect. But I do think eventually it's possible that some severe weather could happen towards you. So, keep that in mind. Is anything happening in Northwest Ohio Tuesday, Wednesday? It's certainly possible. SPC did not include a 15% risk for Ohio. They did yesterday's outlook, but no longer is there. But it certainly is a possibility. Is when you say good keeping a track of storms. I mean, amateur tracking maybe, but for heavier enthusiasts and meteorologists, it's there's a lot of better programs out there. Anyways, this zip code here I looked up for TRC, I think it was. This one is you're near Texarkana. Gotcha. So with that being said, oh wow, look at that! You're once again right on the edge of that, so you're close. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, Proxy coming with a $75 donation on Venmo. What a surprise, dude. Holy cow. Proxy, thank you so much. Say Andrew rocking news from this guy. Big thanks to you. Proxy, dude, thank you so much. Prox, $75. You are super sweet, Proxy. Much love to you. Thank you so much. And if there's anything I could do for you, please let me know, Proxy. Thank you so much. That is way beyond, what's the word for it? I don't know the word for it. I'm literally lost for words. Literally. Generous. That's the word I was trying to come from. Generous. Way beyond generous. Thank you so much. I don't know why it took me a minute to think of that, but let's see here. Simba, thank you for gifting a membership as well. And that goes to Catman. Congrats, Catman. But once again, Proxy, thank you so much. That is crazy. You didn't have to do that. Cooper, what's up? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Did I already get to you, Jet? Let's see, 43611. 43611. Let's see here. So, guys, I didn't tell you all this. Yeah, Ohio. So, once again, Ohio is not in the SPC risk as of now, but, you know, you do lie close to the close to that risk in general. I think Ohio's probability is going to be mostly on the western side for potential severe weather activity. Given the fact that you're not in a risk right now, we'll watch it. We'll definitely watch it overall. But yeah, as of right now, there's not a risk out in Ohio. But you know, given how strong wind shear is and instability potential between both ECMWF and GFS, I think there's possibilities. Anyways, I'm doing all right. Just busy working. Oh, I hear you, Wolf Gamer. So, okay, I didn't mention this. I don't know if you've seen it. Once again, ignore this mess back here. This is me working on a project. I'm working on my weather station. But I kind of did something. Was it mature of me? No, not really. I kind of bought something. I really needed to save my money, but I kind of bought something. I don't know if Mark, are you still here? I don't know if Mark's here or not. But I got a drone. I bought a drone. He made me. I blame this on Mark. He made me want to buy a drone. I bought me a drone, so I can get some cool aerial photography now of storms and stuff, which is pretty neat. I tried flying it today, and it in the wind, it handled pretty well, but it was a little iffy. What? Holy cow! Proxy 20 memberships too? Oh my gosh! Everybody in the stream pretty much got a membership. Holy cow! Proxy! Oh my gosh! You really didn't have to do all that. Dude, that is crazy. Oh my gosh. Proxy, thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that really helps me out and helps everybody else out with memberships and all. I'm doing more with my memberships here. There's drone money back. Not quite, but it definitely helps. Thank you, Prox. Seriously, much love to you. And once again, Proxy, if there's anything we can do for you, please let me know, okay? But seriously, yeah, big shout out goes to you, Proxy, and very, very sweet of you. All right, let's see here. Jake wants me to take a look here at 62704. 62704. Illinois. Okay, is it Illinois or Illinois? Is it Illinois? Illinois. Okay, tell me 1 or 2. I want you to comment 1 if it's Illinois, or 2 if it's Illinois. 1 Illinois, 2 Illinois. I've always been a little hesitant. Anyways, before Illinois, I think it is. Like I said, 1 Illinois. 1. Okay. Okay. Everybody said 1. Okay. Illinois. So there is a risk for this area here. Overall. And S is silent. Gotcha. So it's Illinois. There's Samuel with the only 2. Oh, man. But, yeah, there is a risk here for Illinois here for Tuesday. Yeah, like I said, Tuesday is the start of this event here. It's going to start here on Tuesday. So, yeah, Illinois is at risk. This is, yeah, it goes by Chicago, actually. It cuts right through Chicago. So even including the Chicago area, it could be at risk for severe weather once again come Tuesday. Tuesday. Yeah, thank y'all. We love you guys. Proxy 3. Wait a minute, what's 3? Illinois. Has a little bit of accent to it. Illinois. Let's see here. Megan says I'm 62704 as well. What? We got 2 people in the same area. Y'all neighbors? 62704. Is that Illinois? Yeah, Springfield. Well, that makes sense. Springfield, Illinois is pretty big. Let's see here. So remember, Illinois will annoy. Fair. Fair Roadster, Jim. In Illinois. Oh, gosh. All right. But anyways. But, yeah, guys. Like I said, if y'all have any questions, feel free to let us know. Once again, y'all, I'm just going to hop over back to the SPC regarding the risk. So, Tuesday, Wednesday, 27th, 28th. These are the days of severe weather. These are the days you need to look out there for. Once again, for Tuesdays, whenever this all is going to start, more than likely Tuesday, for the 27th, there is a risk for severe weather out there in eastern Oklahoma, central northern Arkansas, central southern Missouri, central northern, or kind of north central, central and southern Illinois, and central and western Tennessee. Also western Kentucky, northwestern Tennessee. Even a small sliver of southwestern Michigan is included in the severe weather risk out there. So definitely need to watch out there for that, my friends. Once again, this will be a linear type of event, so it's going to be a long line of storms more than likely, with damaging winds and possibly embedded tornadoes, unfortunately. There's a possibility it could become a night event too, I think. So we'll have to see how that plays through. But yeah, 15% risk area there for Tuesday. And, of course, Wednesday, this tracks a little more to the southeast for portions out there by Kentucky, where I used to live. A lot of Tennessee, northern Georgia, central northern Alabama, central northern Mississippi, northeastern Louisiana, portions of eastern Arkansas, and, some of the surrounding areas as well nearby. So keep it on it for my friends. Like I said, we'll have to, just watch out there for it. Anyways, Turbo 47421. Where's that at? 47421. Indiana. Yeah, so you, my friend, you're kind of on the southern side of Indiana. So yeah, Tuesday's going to be your risk out there. Wow, you're right between. Samuel 39183. 39183. Mississippi. Let's see here. So you, my friend, are in western Mississippi. Yeah, I mean, you're right on the outskirts of that 15% that the SPC added. So it's, definitely a possibility here of seeing severe weather. Like I said, you don't have to be right on the 15% risk area to see severe weather. First of all, because there's another level below it, 5% risk, which is a marginal. This is a level 2 equivalent. Considering this thing is going to be hopping around quite a bit for the next couple days, not to mention, SPC outlooks are not the best. I mean, they're good. They give a general idea pretty well, but there is storms that can work its way out there. Catman, member for 8 months, Cat One Club. Thank you for everything and all the awesome memories. Well, thank you, dude. So thank you for memberships. Most important, thank you for letting me be a part of the team. You're very welcome, Catman. You are very welcome. And glad to have you aboard, man. Glad to have you aboard. Alrighty. Once again, dude, thanks. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Annette says, is it too early for Thursday? Let's see here. Too early for Thursday? Yeah, it is too early for Thursday, Annette. As of right now, we only have risk here for Tuesday and Wednesday. We will watch Thursday if it becomes necessary. I mean, as the cold front advances eastward, there's a lot of unknowns right now. A lot of unknowns. So Thursday might be a day of more severe weather. Probably the last day of severe weather, but yeah, we'll see. It's too early to tell right now, though. Okay. Any prefrontal, storms or supercells. Right now, it's a little hard to tell. Also, you don't have to spam or post that more than once because I will get to it. It's early to tell considering we're still in the long range of things, but more than likely it'll be a QLCS. Most likely just a linear line of storms. Let's see here. Lisa, let's take a look here at 72904, Fort Smith, Arkansas. Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, Arkansas, literally all of Arkansas basically is at risk here. So, I mean, between Tuesday and Wednesday, you're at risk for severe weather. Once again, damaging winds, I think. Maybe some, obviously it's too early to tell how fast these wind gusts could be. But damaging wind gusts, at least 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts could be a possibility out of some potential storms. And, of course, whenever it comes to tornadoes, possibility, maybe even some, like I said, maybe even some hail, too. We'll have to see. And that says, thanks so much, no problem. Anytime. Like I said, just, Annette, keep that in mind as we get closer to the event. Once again, as it gets closer to Thursday, I will keep you updated regardless. I'll give you enough enough time to prepare for it. If it becomes, like I said, necessary that severe weather risk will be added. Anyways. Let's see here. What's up, guys? My sister broke her ankle right now. Ooh. Best of wishes to her. Hope she does all right. Pretty down. Sorry to hear that. Thanks for helping me through these times. But anytime, dude. Hope the best for you. Hope the best. And let your sister know that my wishes are with her and that she heals quickly. But yeah, sorry to hear that. Let's see. Lisa says, appreciate it so much for the update. No problem. Or heads up. No problem, y'all. Glad to help. Glad to help. Let's see here. See you later, Crystal. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a wonderful night. I just realized we've been streaming over 2 hours. So I think I'm probably going to call it soon. It's getting, it's not getting late. It's Friday night, man. Everybody's up. Everybody's up on Friday night. No, but I do think I'm going to end the live stream here pretty soon. Just given the fact I've been live 2 hours. I wanted to go live a little more than an hour because, y'all's safety is very important to me. Because I care about you. I really do. And there's a lot of people who say that and really don't mean it, but I really do care about you a lot, and I want to make sure you guys are safe. With severe weather. I love severe weather too. I love storms in general, but I want to put my knowledge to good use in terms of helping you guys out during these situations and stuff like that. So whenever I can help, I will. But since this is becoming more of a concern, I wanted to be live a little longer. Tomorrow, I will do the same. I'll be live longer tomorrow as well, and all that. So I'll be live again tomorrow, probably for 2 hours or so. So we'll see how long that lasts. But yeah, you know what? Roadster Jim. I blame Mark, dude. I blame Mark. He asked me. I think it was like 2 streams ago. He's like, do you have a drone, Andrew? I'm like, no, I don't have a drone. I was like, wow, drone. That'd be so cool. I live in Florida, so we see frequent rocket launches from Kennedy Space Center. And so that'd be cool. I'd launch my drone before a rocket launch, and I could take some cool photos maybe. And, whenever it comes to it, it's like I can get some cool photos of rockets. I can get some cool photos of severe weather because Florida got some wild weather. And also, you know, like beautiful sunsets. Florida have beautiful sunsets. So I was like, come on. I don't have the money for it, but it was tempting. It was so tempting. And I was like, all right, fine. I'm just going to buy it. So, but yeah, that's where Proxy came in clutch and helped me out for this month. Seriously, Prox, thank you so much. But anyways. Alrighty. Both days it stinks. Alright, Soaring, be careful, my friend. Seems to be rocket launches every week now. Yeah, just about. If not every week and a half or so. There's actually another one coming up, I think, tomorrow. I don't know if it's here or if it's in the California launch site, but they launch from California a lot more now, too. California and Florida. They launch quite often. So, yeah, I usually get to see them. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool. That drone will be pretty neat to see if we can. I'll try my best to get some footage if I can, and if I get anything, I'll put on the community page. Okay. You are taking her to the hospital right now. Gotcha. Well, that's good. Hopefully, once again, everything's all right with her and she can recover quickly. But anyways, yeah, so once again, y'all, if there's any questions before we roll off here, let me know, because, like I say, yeah, we're getting ready to roll off here. I think I'm going to make me some chicken tenders. Sounds pretty good right now. I got a bunch of groceries yesterday, so I'm going to get me some chicken tenders, and I'm going to throw them in the old microwave and cook me up some chicken tenders for dinner. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. But anyways, yeah, no, we'll be live tomorrow. Once again, y'all, probably same time, maybe anywhere from 6 to 8 p.m. That's when I typically go live every day. It just depends on the day and all that. What do I think? 24248. 24248. Let's see, Virginia. Yeah, Virginia. There's no risk for Virginia right now. Wow, you are on the very edge of Virginia, though. I think there's a 15% risk there, actually. Look at that. You're, like, right on it, man. You're right on it. I mean, given that you're next to it, yeah, there's possibility, I'd say, for maybe a bit of severe weather. You going to use a microwave? Yep. I'm going to use that microwave. Cook some chicken tenders. It'll be my dinner. Anyways, y'all. I set up not my weather station in the building, but I have a little portable weather thingy, little small station thing. I set up before this little frontal passed, and I collected some data on this little front that came through. That's actually one of the things I do off stream is I do a lot of data collecting for storms and stuff like that's pretty cool. Proxy $20 super chat as well. Holy cow, Andrew, I am happy and proud to support your channel as much and as often as I can. Thank you, Prox. Holy cow, thank you so much, Proxy. That is so sweet of you for everything from Venmo to literally gifting memberships and now to the $20 super chat. Holy cow, Proxy. Thank you so much. Big shout out to you, Proxy. We love you very, very much. So thank you, and that definitely really helped me out a lot. So thank you, Prox. Big shout out. Do I usually make a video before I go live? Not usually. I haven't made a video in a while. I just made that. I think up to like near 1 o'clock p.m. I think. I just wanted to today because the event's getting close. Well, not close, but closer, and you know, there was some new information out there during the afternoon I wanted to address, but. For members, I know Courtney's going to laugh at me for saying this. For members, I want to start making like morning daily videos. Not anything like super edited. Just like a quick radar look. I think I'm going to start doing that for our members here soon. Quick radar update, looking at things for the morning. Quick forecast, you know, quick like 2-minute video. Just so you can get on with your day and watch it real quickly. Just get like an overall view. But yeah, no, I'll do that. I will try to do that here soon. Anyways, but once again, Proxy, thank you so much. Seriously, much appreciated. Big thank you, Prox, and you definitely did not have to do all that. And but yeah, but all right, guys. Well, I think that is going to go ahead and wrap it up here for now. Like I said, tomorrow between 6 and 8 p.m. we'll be live again for more updates. So hope to see you guys there. And like I said, once again, there's no reason to panic, no reason to really, worry about this right now. Like I said, obviously, I know it's a little scary. It can be a little, nerve-wracking, but like I said, it'll be all right. We'll walk you guys through this. I'll make sure you guys are, prepared, and, like I said, I'll make sure that you guys are prepared and all that stuff. And whenever the event gets here, I'll be live during the event, so I can keep y'all, up to date with all the current activity of the weather and stuff like that. So 40. Oh, y'all look at this. This is interesting. Speaking of Kennedy Space Center, we were just talking about a minute ago. Look at that. Wind tower 714 at Kennedy Space Center measured a wind gust 40 miles an hour, 35 knots from the west-southwest. Try to local radar towards Palm Bay. Yeah, we'll see a little front that went through. Yeah, that's what I recorded data on. Interesting. Sort of thing said Tulsa. Maybe it did. All right, see you later, Samuel. Thanks for joining. But, all right, guys. Well, yeah, we're going to roll off here as well. Once again, thank you all for joining. Appreciate it. Once again, big shout out goes to Proxy. We love you, Prox. Seriously, thank you very much. Prox says, awesome idea, Andrew. Morning video is a great way to start off the members' day. I agree, Proxy. And I think that's something that we're going to do for our members to, give them, a bit of a thank you for supporting the channel and all that stuff. So, and everything like that. So seriously, once again, Prox, thank you for all your support today, and everybody else for joining us. Much appreciated. And like I said, y'all be safe out there, all right? Like I said, we'll pick back up on this tomorrow when we get some more information and stuff like that. So, we'll be live here at between 6 and 8, like I said. But all right, y'all. Stream's head off here now in 2 minutes. Go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat, my friends. And until next time, we will catch you guys later on. All right, y'all. Much love. Once again, Prox, thank you so much. And everybody for joining us. Thank you, mods, for modding the chat. Thank you to members for becoming members. And once again, Proxy, thank you for gifting members, Venmo, and Super Chat. You are super sweet, Prox. And thank you so much. Also, J-Lord coming in with a 5. Last minute. Thank you so much, J-Lord. Appreciate it. The WCU as well, Jay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And, all right, guys. Y'all take care. Much love to you. And we will see you guys later tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. Catch ya then.
In Tahlequah, it was clear with a temperature of 52. In Muskogee, it was clear with a temperature of 55. Around the region, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 66. In Kansas City, it was clear with a temperature of 53. In Joplin, it was clear with a temperature of 54. At Springfield, it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 54. In Wichita, it was clear with a temperature of 53. At Fort Smith, it was clear with a temperature of 56. And in Fayetteville, it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 59. Once again, in northeast Oklahoma, skies ranged from clear to partly cloudy, and temperatures were between 52 and 55 degrees. The forecast for the Tulsa area, including much of northeast Oklahoma. Tonight, clear. Lows in the upper 30s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny. Highs around 70. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming southwest in the afternoon. Saturday night, mostly clear. Not as cool as